Hello. How's it? So that was legs hamstring focus done for the day. I'm sure you are about to witness the plethora of new exercises I've been able to implement back into hamstrings, which is flipping wonderful. So chuffed, so chuffed. My heel and ankle is finally at the point of recovery where I feel comfortable putting a little bit more like strain on it, and what do you know, it definitely wasn't time, because I've hurt it, and you know that it's not drastic, it's just a little bit of pain, not really enough to be like shit, I've like set myself back again. But really I shouldn't be doing anything, but you know, I think I'll lay back on squats when we get back to quads again. I think I'll not do squats yet, but for now it seems I can do some extra hamstring movements, which is bloody wonderful, absolutely ecstatic. So quick breakdown: we did hamstring curls, the seated ones like that, you know, my word. So warmed up properly, then you know they're already like pretty nice pumped, then I fried the shit out of them, heavy weight, really heavy, but I was like, you know, like a wild beast in there, like grunting, and not a pretty sight. Some fella was looking at me laughing. I just kind of like, you know, when you're like mid really intense set, like those last 3 reps where you're like about to blow a blooming brain cell. And I remember looking up and just kind of seeing like fuzz. And in that fuzz, there was this fella like looking and laughing at me. not in a malicious way. It was more in like a friendly, fuck, you're doing good way. I kind of felt bad because I was so in the zone. I just kind of looked back down and just kept going. But you know, what can you do? You know, hopefully next time, if you're out there, dude, what's up? My bad. Then we went on to do standing hamstring curls, so like that, yeah. No, that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm sure you're watching then. My hamstrings were already fried, so you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like I think I put as much effort in as I possibly could, but I literally couldn't get my my leg up. Like I couldn't get it fully up to like hit my bum, you know, because that's kind of like the finishing point you want to be with the movement, is like from flat down all the way up to your bum. And nope, couldn't get up there. Just like 90-degree angle pretty much. You know, I was activating the hammy. I was feeling it, so can't really complain. Then we went downstairs and was feeling sufficiently sore already, and then we blooming did RDLs, which were bloody brilliant. I miss those things. With the on the squat rack, you put the bar just above your knees so you can lean on it, so all the weight goes directly onto your hamstring and you don't have to worry at all about balance. Bloody brilliant. Love those things. My legs were looking pretty good as well, if I do say so. You know, this is for my standard, so not in terms of everybody in the world, but in terms of me, I think they're looking pretty juicy, you know. I wouldn't say no to those if I saw them walking past. And then, yeah. So, what I was kind of thinking about today was in regards to the situation I experienced with this fella. So, in my head, like, when I like experienced it, I was so blanked. I only was able to like think of the like impression I made upon this fella like after the situation. And it kind of made me have a little bit of a, you know, think. And I kind of thought about it a bit, and I was like, this is a bit bizarre, because it actually was like a real-time scenario of me waiting, so without me consciously doing it, waiting, thinking about the situation, and then putting an emotional value on it, which is ideally what you want to do in this world, in life in general, because it'll just help you think clearer, you know? You don't want to be consumed by emotions and, you know, let them dictate the way you live your life, you know? You kind of want to have a bit of a leash on them and pull them up, you know? So then you can live properly. And it was the first time I've, like, in real time experienced myself do it without consciously thinking about doing it. And what do you know? I got a great blimming feeling out of it. I was like, damn, I'm actually like progressing there. And for those that don't know, this split that I'm doing, DBAB, as everyone has started calling it, it's actually predominantly for improving my mental strength rather than physical. Not gonna lie, the physical has been mental. It's been crazy. We've seen some ridiculous progress in these. I actually calculated it with my friend today. I think it's 62 days now. But in terms of videos, it's 40... I think this is like 48 or 49. But who cares? We'll do, in terms of videos, we'll go up to 100. Then... well, I don't even... complete brain fog, train of thought gone. So I was talking about that, and then, oh yeah, so it's predominantly for my mental strength and trying to just kind of like get me on track in life and have like a very solid foundation. So now the more I do things and when I go into new things, I have a good work ethic, good foundation, good way of thinking about things. And this is the first time mentally I've kind of examined it and been like, oh wow, this is significant progress, and I'm really happy with that. And you kind of catch yourself just in day-to-day life as well. Just if you do or say something and you like realize that it's kind of not within your values, I've started noticing it and kind of be like, oh shit, I do that and I need to stop doing that. Which is good, because before I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. But whatever. So, with that in mind, that like stopping and thinking and, you know, being the controller of your emotions, that kind of is very important first of all. But that kind of is very like important for more than one reason, because first of all, as I've said before, you don't want to get consumed by your emotions and whatever, get dragged around by them and, you know, not have control over the way you are. But also, when you stop and think, you're able to evaluate your emotion first, right? Which is kind of like the thing you want to do, because everything you play, all the emotions you place on things are really just like your perception of them, and you don't want to perceive things incorrectly or perceive things with a bad emotion when you can with a good, because then it's just going to like negatively impact you regardless. I don't know, that's getting really philosophical now, so let's not go too deep into that. But whatever, I think it's quite an interesting little speckle of thought I've been having. And for any of those wondering where I've been thinking about this stuff, read this book. Well, you don't really need to read this book, but I'd recommend reading still. It makes you vocally and mentally feel a lot better. Well, anyway, I hope that was a little bit of food for thought, and hopefully you can implement a small bit into your life. But then again, as I've said a lot, and I think I'm going to start saying pretty consistently, is go do your own research, because I'm not claiming to be a scientist nor a genius, and this is just what I'm doing with myself. It doesn't mean it's correct, and you should be doing it. So, you know, use your brain. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.